Hello friends, welcome to the Garage Woodworker. We made a video a few weeks ago talking about how we can take pallet wood and make it finished wood for finished projects. So today we're going to show you two methods. I said in that video that I use my planer, which gave us really good results. So we have two boards here that, as you can see, are rough. They're just as taken out of the pallet. And we're going to use two different methods. One of them is the planer, and of course if you have a planer that works great, but a lot of you might not have a planer. I know that was my frustration when I started woodworking. I was watching these wonderful channels with those people that had thousands of dollars worth of equipment that I did not have. And I was thinking, yeah, that's great, they can do all these things. But how about me? I don't have this equipment. So today, with the beginning woodworker in mind, we're going to show you two different methods to achieve the result. We're going to first use the planer, and then we're going to use the hand sander. Even if you don't have a hand sander, that is something that you can buy at Walmart for $10 to $20. And it doesn't have to be the greatest quality. So we're going to use those different methods and see if one is superior to the other.
Okay.
We do need a few more passes, but you can see how it starts getting a very nice finish. But we're going to try and finish that. You must have blown the fuse. Yep. Why? There's nothing else on.
I know.
Well, folks, we seem to be blowing our fuses. I'm satisfied with the results. What do you think? It still has a lot of character.
Oh yeah, very smooth.
We have the holes here and everything. And that wood can still have a nice rustic appearance to it, but you can stain it now and paint it and do all kinds of things. Both sides, as you can see, are pretty ready. So I didn't really keep time on this, but I'm not sure sanding is going to take more time, but this is definitely less effort. So if you don't have this, let's move on to the next process. We should have done before we started with the planer, but I didn't need to because I knew that this plank didn't have any screws, but this is a plank that we just took out of a pallet, is to actually test for metal. And this is just a metal detector, as you see. This is an inexpensive device. This I purchased at Harbor Freight for $17. Is a Gentech handheld metal detector. And all you have to do is pass over the board to make sure that there are nothing left in it. That is of course critically important on the planer, but also in the sander, because you don't want to rip up your sandpaper. So we're clear here. Again, always before and after you use this device, go over something metal to make sure that it works. And as you see, this one does work. And now we're going to sand it and see. You want to change paper? Again, this board would never go through the planer because it's extremely crooked. So the only way to actually do it is using a sander. Do you want to show the contour of the board? I mean, it almost looks like a propeller actually. And for some projects that would be a great shape.
could be left like this just for that rustic look. But in terms of finish, they're both equally smooth in the parts that are smooth. This one would take more work because of the warped board, but it provides a comparable finish.
So as you can see, both boards are cleared now, and they could both take a stain, be used, for example, for a small table or something like that. And I'm not really sure that sanding takes longer than planing. Of course, you can continue sanding to make it as smooth as you want and go to a higher and higher grid of sandpaper. But you can see that both boards are comparable, and you remember with what we started, and you can see a great difference. So can you bring an unfinished board, please?
Yeah.
And next to them we're going to put an unfinished board so you can see the difference. So we started with this, and you can see very flat, wouldn't take stain at all, and both our boards are ready now. Arguably the planed one has a smoother surface, but if we were to continue sanding, I'm confident we're going to get the same result from both boards.
Yes.
What do you think?
The parts that are smooth are just as smooth as what we put through the planer. It's these parts that, because the board is warped, take a little bit of extra work because the board is like this. So you just have to move these.
Right, this board has a lot of capping into it, and again it will work great in some circumstances, but yeah, you can see it here, it's very, very wavy.
So it just takes a little bit of extra work because of the board, but if it was a flat board like that, it would go just as quick and easy.
So you don't have to have an expensive piece of equipment to achieve good results and transforming pallet wood into finished wood for your projects. If you did like this tip, please like, share and subscribe, and we will see you soon.